Welcome to Triggered Wrestling. We're talking AEW All Out 2023, the 9 matches of doom, brother. The 9-match card built up over, I don't know, at least a month, I would say. But here we are. We're going to talk about them on this episode of Triggered Wrestling.
Triggered Wrestling is so awesome all the way around. That gets me triggered.
Ooh, okay, well, let's go with the bad trigger right now.
See, I'm a fan of all of it.
We'll force you to watch Triggered Wrestling.
Amazing introduction, like always, Brian. And yes, it is another prediction episode. Like I said on the previous episode, it's prediction week here at Triggered Wrestling. So let's just get into it, man.
Let's get into it. Let's go fast and furious, brother, because honestly, a lot of these matches were roughly put together within a month, some within a couple weeks, some put together technically on Wednesday, but today's episode's on Friday, so there might be some spoilers. So yeah, let's move on. First of all, we're going to have the AEW TNT Championship, Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin. Adrian, who's winning this match?
I have a feeling Luchasaurus is going to retain. Christian Cage is going to come into play in this match. Christian Cage did lose at All In, and most likely, he's a self-proclaimed TNT champion. I don't think he's going to let Luchasaurus take the L.
I would agree. I think Luchasaurus takes the W here with some help from Christian Cage. I mean, at some point, he is going to actually have to lose the title because I think Christian Cage has to win it himself at some point, hopefully. But Luchasaurus wins this one over Darby Allin.
Prediction time. Wardlow might make a return and challenge Luchasaurus for the TNT title.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure happening at some point. It'll probably happen right now. All right. So next up, we get Miro versus Powerhouse Hobbs. This match has been brewing over a month. I want to say it's about a little bit over a month now since Aaron Solo attacked Miro and then Powerhouse Hobbs laid him out.
Yeah, I believe it was towards the end of July, correct?
Yeah, I want to say July 29th, something around there.
Nice.
But I mean, I wish we had a bigger buildup. I said it throughout the weeks here. It just kind of seemed put together, but I wish we'd have had like these two big beefy man cakes. Two big beefy men just kind of be eventually making more obvious that they're eventually going to fight as opposed to just put them together. But I'm going to see Miro winning this one. Adrian, what about yourself?
You know, you have Powerhouse Hobbs, who's trying to rebuild his character with the Book of Hobbs. You have Miro, a returning talent who was absent for a lot of months. This match is kind of torn between these two, but I'm going to say Miro. Miro's going to take the W in this one.
Yeah. Or we're going to hit a 20-minute time limit, bro.
A draw.
A draw, bro. And then we're going to see AEW's TBS Championship here. Chris Statlander defending against Ruby Soho. I'm going to go with Ruby Soho winning the TBS Championship.
Ooh, great. I might go with Chris Statlander only because we've seen Chris Statlander defend the TBS title numerous times, but like I've said in WWE, Rhea Ripley and Chris Statlander haven't had a worthy opponent. This is the first worthy opponent of Chris Statlander's title reign, and most likely she's going to retain. So my money is on Chris Statlander. And don't forget that the Outcasts have a match at Collision, which is the next day, tomorrow, September 2nd. So something might come into play in there. Ruby Soho might not be at 100%, so my money's on Statlander.
You know, All Out was like right after All In, so thankfully we are doing well enough and sharing the cost of this event because $50 back to back 2 weeks, bro. Damn.
Yeah, motherfucker Tony Khan, bro. You flaunt your dad's money, bro, and you can't throw us a bone?
Exactly.
We watch your shows on a weekly basis, just like WWE, bro. We don't skip it, we watch it.
You know, and I'm not as triggered as if I would have lived in Chicago because Tony Khan has AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, and this pay-per-view. So 3 events in Chicago, my guy. How much money do you think these people have?
Tony Khan is probably doing a 3-for-1 deals. Buy 1 ticket, attend all 3 shows.
Yep, you know, typically you get the buy 1 ticket, get 3 free, right? Yep. Some shit like that. This motherfucker, buy 1 ticket, get 3 fucking separate events. No, mames. You know, and it's funny because this guy on Facebook, I don't know if you saw, he said that this was the first ever 2-weekend pay-per-view event.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because like WrestleMania is like, oh, the first ever 2-night WrestleMania, whatever bullshit. This is the first ever 2-week extravaganza, 2-weekend extravaganza pay-per-view event, bro. No mames.
Is All Out gonna be AEW's version of WrestleMania Backlash?
I mean, at least that
would've
was
been-
like a month later, 2 weeks later. But Jesus, this is the straight weekend right after.
Yeah. And Tony Khan already said that next year they're going to do the same. Wembley All In, the following week All Out.
And that's bad booking right there. At least my opinion, but we'll see. So moving on. We get the AEW International Championship, and people are saying that this is the main event. I don't really know what the main event is here, but Orange Cassidy, the tired, beaten down Orange versus Jon Moxley. Adrian, who's winning this one?
The tired beating Orange Cassidy versus the tired beaten Jon Moxley.
Yeah, this guy's been losing every match except for Commander, but yeah.
Yeah, I think he beat Ray Phoenix too the week before All In. I'm gonna go with Moxley. He seems to do well by himself, but when he aligns himself with other members of the BCC and Santana Ortiz, he seems to lose. But singles matches are his thing, so I'm gonna go with Jon Moxley on this one.
Yeah, the Bluey Combat Club, bro, as they say online. Is not doing the best right now. But Jon Moxley is going to take this one because Orange Cassidy just can't anymore. He just can't handle it, bro. Plus, he's kind of teasing like a repackage. So I think if he loses, he's going to take some time off and then come back as a different Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Tangerine.
Yeah, he's going to be Tangerine.
Mandarin.
Or Apple Cassidy, bro. All right, crickets. All right, fuck you then. All right, anyways, continuing on, we get Kenny Omega versus Takeshita. Who's going to win this one? This is the Don Callis fucking dream match right here.
Yes. The former protege versus the newly protege of Don Callis. This is a hard one. We saw Konosuke pin Kenny Omega at All In just a week ago. They're going to do the 1v1 at All Out. My money's going to go on Konosuke. Konosuke's going to take the W in this one.
I'm going to piggyback off of you, dude. He has to win, in my opinion. Takeshita's winning, and he's winning cleanly in the middle of the ring on El Kenneth Omega.
Yep. And since we were talking about factions and members and people doing well with each other, but this faction has been doing a lot well when they are together. I'm talking about Bullet Club Gold versus FTR and the Young Bucks. Bullet Club Gold is Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, Jay White, and Mr. Juice Robinson himself. Who do you have on this one, Brian? 8-man tag team match.
I'm going to go with Bullet Club Gold because they're actually a fucking faction. FTR and the Young Bucks are just a bunch of random together tag teams, but I digress. Bullet Club Gold is going to win because I'm going to detect some funny business between the Young Bucks and FTR.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was thinking myself. Something is going to come into play. They did just face off in a 5-star thriller at All In. I'm using my 5-star ratings, not Meltzer's. So there you go, guys. Yeah, Bullet Club Gold just seems to be the top faction. I know the Elite was at one point, Dark Order was at one point, BCC was at one point, but Bullet Club Gold seems to be taking the W for the factions at the moment, and I don't see them losing, especially the Guns. Man, they're so fucking good, and they only have 6 years combined in the business? Damn. Thank you, Tony Khan. Thank you, Daddy Ass.
I want to say earlier in a previous episode, maybe 2 weeks ago, you said 5 years combined, bro. So you're telling me that they just combined for 2 extra years?
I
don't have you don't listen to your own content or what?
I don't have the math, but it's 5 or 6 around there. So I'm just spitballing with 5 or 6. I'm sorry, 6.
All right, so 5, 6, 7, somewhere around there. Either way, Bullet Club wins. We guessed that one together. Next up, we get Better Than You, Baby, Adam Cole and MJF versus the Dark Order, who, spoiler alert, won, I guess, today's episode of Rampage Battle Royale. This is going to be for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. I'm not going to beat around a dead horse. Adam Cole and MJF win.
Yes, absolutely. Better Than You, Baby is gonna win. You have the AEW World Heavyweight Champion on your side, and Adam Cole, baby, on your side as well. I like Reynolds. Silver is my guy. He's been my number one guy from day one. He's putting short people on the map. I'm gonna go with Better Than You, baby.
All right, next up, we get Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, who is Shane Taylor? And I don't know who Shane Taylor is, but thankfully, there's a thing called Google and Wikipedia. We found out that Shane Taylor won Ring of Honor World Television Championship Eliminator Tournament bracket that's been going on since July 27th on Ring of Honor TV. You had Shane Taylor beat Serpentico in the first round, beat Christopher Daniels in the semifinals, and beat Gravity in the finals to earn this title here. this title shot, this title opportunity. Adrian, what do you got to say?
Ooh, yeah, Shane Taylor. And also Shane Taylor was a former partner of Keith Lee in Ring of Honor, and they debuted as the Pretty Boy Killers. So Shane Taylor has a history with Keith Lee and a bunch of people down there in ROH and AEW, but my money's on Samoa Joe. Punk won it all in. Samoa Joe has to win it all out. Throw him a bone. He's been putting that title on notice, putting the title on the map. Yeah, Samoa Joe's not losing, but don't sleep on Shane Taylor. That's a big boy right there, and he can wrestle.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not too familiar with Shane Taylor, but I do think Samoa Joe is going to retain. I feel like if Samoa Joe loses this title, it's going to be probably on Dynamite or Collision, and not on a pay-per-view. That's just the way I see it. Or maybe on actually Ring of Honor television. But either way, this is the 9th match. This is what we're calling the main event because it's just the last one we're doing here. We have Eddie Kingston and Katsuyori Shibata versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli, I call him Cesaro, and Wheeler Useless.
If you're asking me who's going to win this match, most likely Shibata and Eddie Kingston. As we know, Shibata took the Ring of Honor Pure title away from Wheeler Yuta. Eddie Kingston and Claudio Castagnoli have a history dating back way back. I believe it was in Chikara. I believe when it was Claudio Castagnoli was supposed to put Eddie Kingston over. Castagnoli said no, and that's when their beef started. So, long-term storytelling over here, but my money's still going to be on Eddie Kingston, the New Japan Strong Champion, and Katsuyori Shibata, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion.
And I'm gonna agree with you, dude. Eddie Kingston and Shibata are gonna win this match. I actually thought Wheeler Yuta was gonna get kicked out of the Blackpool Combat Club on Wednesday when he lost. So I think they're gonna lose. Wheeler Yuta is getting kicked out. Then Cesaro is gonna challenge Eddie Kingston for a winner-takes-all championship match at some point because those are the two guys that are actually beefing here. Wheeler Yuta and Shibata, I mean, they did exchange titles, but Wheeler Yuta, I mean, he's got to go down to Ring of Honor, get kicked out of Blackpool Combat Club, do something different. At this point, I don't know what's going to happen with the Blackpool Combat Club. I feel like that faction...
They're losing.
I mean, what's the point of keeping them together at this point?
Yeah, I'm assuming once fucking Danielson comes back, he's going to slap him around a bit and call them jobbers, losers, chokers, all of the above. But yeah, man, when they're together, they lose. Singles matches, Moxley's doing well. Even Yuta's losing in single matches.
Hence Wheeler Useless, bro. He don't get wins. He sucks on the mic. He looks like a generic wrestler. He looks like TWF's own Mike Hayashi. Shout out. Look him up. Let me know if I'm lying. And then message us at our Instagram at Triggered Wrestling or anywhere else at TRIGG_wrestling. All right, so that was our quick prediction here. Just some quick words here. AEW Dynamite, at least to me, was just booked terribly. And that's all I'm going to say because Monday Night Raw, it wasn't doing that well either. So there's ain't that much shit for me to talk about. But yeah, this is our previews here for AEW All In. We'll be back with a review of Payback and All Out next week.
Yep. That's what's up, guys. And thank you for listening for Triggered Energy. And again, most importantly, guys, stay triggered.
Bang, bang.